Coming up, some philosophies from Curtis G. Aikens. That's me.
In 3, 2. Hey everybody, it's me, Curtis G. And it's funny, this is my first as a puppy dog. This is real TV. This is not TV, but reality for real, right? Anyway, I plan to do my first video blog. I was going to hike up to Arabia Mountains, beautiful sight, and I just thought it'd be great to see the pictures from there. And it's funny, the John Lennon song or the Beatles song that says, life happens when you're busy making plans. So as I'm walking to yoga, I parked about half a mile away from my yoga studio. And I was going to walk in just trying to get my mind right because I hadn't practiced in a few days. And I passed by this construction site, which it just struck me funny because those of us at this point in our lives that are close to retirement, or kids are grown and gone, or switching gears, even younger people, it's like, we're reconstructing our lives. And it hit me when I saw that. It's like, hey, sometimes you got to tear down the old. You got to tear down the old to get to the new. And I think that's what I'm doing. Learning to teach yoga, writing the blog, traveling domestically right now. Next year I hope to take my travel to more international. And it's funny, I've got some incredible friends and wonderful family, and I share a lot of my work with them before I either put it on the site or whatever I'm doing with it, right? And I work with a lot of people that are maybe a third my age, so I can get their feedback, get their input. And then I work with people my age, and I work with people older than me, or I let them see the work so I get their feedback. And what I'm getting to is that everyone can give us advice, but it's up to us to take the advice. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to pound on my microphone. I love that input. However, it's this brain and then this other brain, that gut brain, that gut instinct that I try to follow. I love hearing what my friends say. I don't write grammatically correct. I don't speak grammatically correct many a times. I try to come from the hurt, the heart, the soul, right? If you've been following my blog, you see that Ernest Hemingway's spirit has a lot to do with what I'm trying to do at this point. And I get questions a lot of times. People say, well, why do you do this? And I used to say, well, because I'm wanting to motivate, inspire, and all that. And that is part of it. However, the truth is, I do it for me. We talk about self-love. We talk about, wanting to take care of others and starting at home. And I do this. I really, I'm at a point now when I'm really trying and starting to understand what self-love is all about. It doesn't mean I'm being, pushing people away or not helping someone else. It's just I'm really thinking about being mindful about my life, about what it is I hope to accomplish. And if by me sharing this, someone else finds, hey, it works for them, great. And that's wild. And someone asked me, I got a letter, who's your audience? Who are you trying to talk to? And I go, wow, that's a good question. I don't know, because I'm doing this for me. And if it sparks an interest in someone else, great. Hopefully they latch onto it and say, well, hell, I can do this too. Yeah, I'm releasing a lot of my filters. I love writing. I love doing these videos. I love sharing my inside. For the longest time, I'd say my heart. But the truth is, I'm sharing my hurt. And I'm really trying to get to a point where I let all that hurt out, so then all the real good stuff comes. Anyway, this is my first video blog in a long time. I used to do something way back in the day. This is the first one in a while. I'm not going to do any editing to it. I'm just going to put it up like this because I'm not a fancy dude. And I've been trying to learn all this slick editing and all that stuff. However, the truth is, that ain't me. This is me with a t-shirt on. I got on the No Shenanigans t-shirt. And life is good, y'all. Life is bad, y'all. Life can be dull sometimes, y'all, but it's life. And I'm fucking loving it. Peace. Let's rebuild together, y'all. Working together, make it happen. I cannot dance. Red, black. Bulldog, y'all. Peace out.
3, 2, 1. Hey, it's me, Curtis. I'm in my own kitchen today, and I've got what's left of the raw peanuts I bought last week when I was down in Georgia at the Piggly Wiggly, and I told someone about going to parch the peanuts. And the question was, what is parching peanuts? Well, it's simply like low heat roasting. It's like parching to dry them out. I'm going to place them on this little foil pan here and put them in the oven at about 230 to 250 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. And then here they come out like this. They look pretty much the same, except they're dried out, and they're absolutely fabulous. Okay, so parched peanuts, something my mama used to do for Dad way back in the day. And then after Dad left us to the next round, Mom and I will parch peanuts from the Piggly Wiggly or from the farmer's market, and we just enjoy them. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, parched peanuts. Peace, spread love.
What kind of champion?
I'm a world champion.
What? I'm hanging with the world champion? So
Yeah.
tell Come on, everybody. It's me, Curtis G, with my new friend,
Rachel, hi.
Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Now, you're from where?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. You like it down there in Tampa?
Yeah.
Now, Rachel, I heard something from your dad that you're quite the horse person. Is that the correct way to say it?
Yes, sir.
So is it equestrian? What's the word when people ride horses?
Equestrian.
Equestrian. And Dad says you're quite a champion, like a local champion, regional champion. What kind of champion?
I'm a world champion.
What? I'm hanging with the world champion. So
Yeah.
tell me about it, Rachel. What's a world champion in horsing?
You kind of qualify at any regional show, little
Right.
show.
Right.
You work your way up, national, state, and then it just goes to the world
International
championships.
world championship. Now, where did you win your world championship?
In Oklahoma City. It's held there every year.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So if we want to follow you, is there a YouTube channel, a website, or something that we can watch you ride?
You can follow West Coast Morgan's Facebook page. My mother does live videos of everyone's class. so-
Fantastic. And that's West Coast Morgan.
Yes. sir.
That's Mom's name, right?
No, that's the barn name.
Oh, the barn name.
Yes.
Okay, great. So Rachel, your last name is?
Winograd.
Rachel Winograd, everyone. She is a world champion. She's riding with me today in Uber. Where's your dad? Come on, Dad. Say hello to everybody out there, Pops.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
How
now,
you doing?
so Rachel, introduce your dad to everyone, okay?
Well, this is my dad, Glenn.
Glenn? Glenn rides too, right?
Yes.
But I heard you're way better than he is, right?
Yeah.
All right,
She
guys.
is.
So
Oh, yeah.
Rachel, I end these with a peace sign. So we can give him a peace sign. Now, one last question before we go,
Hey,
Rachel.
we can do one more sign. Go Gators.
Go Gators. Oh, stop that. I'm a bulldog. How about them dogs? So, Rachel, there are a lot of young women out there, like a lot of young girls that get into horse racing. Any advice for them? What would you say to them?
Just have fun. Don't
love that.
ignore all the pressures that anyone puts on you. Horseback riding is just for fun. Do
Wow.
what you love.
Wow. Okay, guys. I ended it with a peace sign earlier, so we're not going to do another peace sign. Thank you, Rachel. God bless. Go get him today, champ. Okay?
Thank you.
High
You
five.
too.
you. Bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Rockdale County High School. I got some great memories and some sad memories here. I can think back into 1978 when I walked across that stage on this field where I played all my football games to get my diploma. I was so scared because, as I've shared this story so many times on national TV and in books and in so many personal conversations, I could not read when I left this wonderful school, this wonderful community. Went off to college in Louisiana, transferred to the University of Georgia. I left Georgia in 1980, heading to San Francisco. Have been there ever since. Some back and forth in between though. But I share the message, not where you're from or where you're at, it's where you want to be. Set your goals high. If you fall a little bit short, you still made some good strides, right? Anyway, Rockdale County High School, some incredible graduates from here. E.R. Shipp, Pulitzer Prize winner. Holly Hunter, yeah, we know what Holly's done, Academy Award. There's so many authors, me included, from this little school, and so many wonderful, wonderful citizens. I think there are dozens of college and pro athletes. Jesse Baker was one of the first. He and I played football together. I'll throw his picture up. A few guys around the league now, NFL that is. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed a little time of seeing my hometown, my school. Remember y'all, it's about spreading love. It's about planting good seeds and helping our kids grow up and be better than we were. Peace, spread love. They're locking the gates. I gotta go. With Jazz Appreciation Month coming up, I thought I'd finish the show in Los Angeles, California with jazz legend Dan Kuramoto from the band Hiroshima.
James Moody was like a mentor to our band.
All right, my brother. There is the band Hiroshima.
These photos starting all taken by Pastor Ken Fong. James Moody was like a mentor to our band, and to myself and to June, our star, our koto player, personally. And we had met him when he was playing at the Parisian Room here in LA through an earlier mentor, Gerald Oshta, who was an avant-garde saxophonist, flutist, raconteur. He was a chef. He did everything. And Gerald used to craft rings, and he made some rings for Dizzy, and he made a ring for Moody. Moody played sax with Dizzy for almost 20 years, but when Moody would tour on his own, every now and then he'd fall into LA. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the
That's all right now. That's cool, man. It's real. It's real.
Okay, should I go stop it? Moody, right?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Moody.
Yeah. So went to the Parisian Room, and he was staying briefly in Los Angeles. He and his wife, and he took us back. He took us back to his place, and talk about food. And so we got back to his apartment in LA at about, I want to say 2:30 in the morning, and he proceeds to cook for us. Moody was always cooking. He made us breakfast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You jazz cats love to eat, right?
Yeah. Well, see, but our schedules are the other side, other way around. Like when at another point when June and I were living in Las Vegas, because June was playing at the Hilton Hotel for the opening. The first day June was there playing in this huge Benihana restaurant that had entertainment. And she would play in the evening long, and it was crazy. They had magicians and all this other madness. Right. And the very first day she's sound checking, and someone comes up from behind her and grabs her and picks her up. And it's Moody again, years later.
Wow.
And Moody was playing with Tony Bennett at a different hotel, and he had just been wandering through.
Oh, wow.
And so, because of that, almost every night, after all the shows were over at about 3 o'clock in the morning, we'd meet at the Tropicana Hotel, and we'd play tennis, because they had indoor tennis courts. And I remember Donny Osmond would always have the court next to ours, so we'd see him almost every night. But
Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond. This is our little stars. She's in the shadows there playing koto. She plays right in the middle of the living room there. Down here, that's Dean Cortez, our bass player, Puerto Rican bass player, who's cold-blooded. That's Danny Yamamoto, our drummer, one of the original members. And this is our keyboard genius, Kimo Cornwell from Honolulu, Hawaii. And then we have 2 guest singers. I shouldn't call them guests because they're part of the family. And they're problematic in their own way like the rest of us. And our engineer. So right here is Brother Terry Steele. He's performing tonight. And over here, if I can see this upside here, is Yvette Ni'i, also from Hawaii, beautiful young girl with an incredible voice. Yeah, and then down here is actually, I believe, Leslie.
You, Terry,
yeah, Terry and I looking at the computer screen, and Leslie Chu, our recording and touring engineer. And